Hi, welcome. Hi, welcome everybody. Welcome to our live sale from the Gem Museum shop. Okay, same like before, we're just gonna do some live sale. And we are really excited this week because we are going to participate in the Singapore International Jewelry Expo coming Thursday at the Marina Bay Sands Convention Center. And it will be my first time there, and I'm quite excited to see what is it all about. I've been there before, but I haven't really participated as one of the vendors. So, anyways, our sale today, I'm gonna show 4 different varieties of minerals. As you may wonder, why am I always show minerals? Eh, I like minerals. I like how they shape. It's just, whenever you see a mineral, it kind of triggers your curiosity to know more about them. And not just that they form naturally, you will always ask yourself, hey, how they actually form, what type of what kind of conditions that they live in. And then you know, how do miners actually extract them to make it into one single piece like this without damaging the crystals. So that's why I always sell. I'm in charge of the mineral sales in the gem museum shop, whereas my boss Kuming, if you know him, he loves his gemstones, so he will do a lot of gemstone live sale. Maybe in the future, hopefully, because we are quite busy with the expo in upcoming Thursday. So without further ado, um, just going to show you some of the first piece of the day. Okay, why not just show this one? Okay, welcome everybody. If so, we are selling live. If you like the piece, here are some information that you can know. It's a free pickup at the Gem Museum. So we are located in Kandahar Street, just beside the Malay Heritage Center for free. You can pick it up yourself. At the same time, you can visit the museum, or you can ask us to deliver it to your home for an additional $5. And all of the purchase that you make comes with a 5% cashback. Okay. If you like the piece, you can just comment confirm buy, code and item to buy the stone. Okay, so the first piece of the day, I'm going to start off with fluorites. Okay, some of you might know fluorites. They are quite popular, especially when they are in their cubic crystal system, cubic structure. But these fluorites, they actually comes in the octahedral. Octahedral is also belong to the cubic crystal system. It's just another form, another habit that typically fluorite forms in. So it's actually quite a nice shape. You can see some angles to it, but overall, it's a very nice shape. And fluorites, they are quite well known for their bandings. And this piece, you can see, let me try to find the right angle. Yeah, you can see from here. You can see here are the bandings. Here is more like a gray color to it. And then you can see all the lines. Here is a more intense purple, all the way to the side, which is more transparent. So this is one of the bandings that you can see. They come in many different colors, fluorites, like green, yellow, pink, red, purple, most commonly purple. Even colorless. Colorless tends to be quite rare. Okay, I actually have one over here. This is the colorless one. Okay, it looks slightly gray, but it's more colorless to me. But this is also for sale, but I'm going to talk about this first. So if you like this piece, so this piece is 40.32 grams. It's quite a chunky piece. So this is in the middle of my hand. Okay, you can just comment the code and the item, or you can comment the price for the code as well. for the okay. So for all of you who just joined, so this is the information that you have to know. So it's a free pickup at the Gem Museum or delivery to your home for additional $5. So this is my first piece. Code F2612 for $28 and plus 5% cashback. Right, this is my first piece for the day. So my next piece, also fluorite, you can see is green, is grayish green, and like one of the questions that I asked earlier, like how do the miners actually extract the minerals in such a nice shape? You can imagine how intricate, how difficult for the miners to actually remove them from either sediments or hard rocks. They really need to be really careful because some of the minerals can be really fragile, just like the fluorites. Okay, the fluorites, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 cleavage directions. Okay, and you can see here, and they can fracture quite easily. This is part of their nature. So that's why they can form in a nice shape, octahedral shape like this. All right, this one doesn't have a banding. As far as I can see, because maybe in a very blur, maybe from this angle, you can see some bandings inside. Okay, maybe I can try with a torch. There are slight bandings to it, but not as vivid as the previous one. Okay. So this is a grayish green fluorite. Quite a nicely uniform octahedral. It's also quite chunky. And it's also 40 plus grams. So this piece, 41.39 grams. You can command F2611 for $30. I'm sure some of the fluorites, yeah, I actually seen some of the fluorites that I have today have some rainbows in it. If you like rainbows in minerals, yeah, they do have some rainbows in a specific location. I can't really show it on the phone because I can't really focus, right? So this piece, I comment F2611 for $30. Okay, comment confirm by code and item. Then I will confirm with a note just to show you. Then you can pick it up for free at the museum. If you haven't been to the museum, we are a museum that educate people about gems and minerals because we are all gemologists. Myself, the founders of the museum, we study gems as a profession. So if you have any questions or something to show, something to share, just come drop by at the museum. It's free admission. So my third piece, okay, is this. So this, you can see a very distinct bandings, different colored bandings. In the middle part of the stone, you can see purple. On the side, you can see green. So this is why they are really prone to colored bandings, different colorations in different part. And here is maybe it's like an oxide staining within the fracture, but the bandings is just nice. Okay. Again, if you do not know why they form in the octahedral shape, they form in the cubic crystal system. And the octahedral is one of the distinct shape of the octahedral. Minerals like spinels, they form like this. Even diamonds, they form like this as well. So this is the wonders of nature. It's not cut, it's not polished, they are just formed like this. Okay, so let me see with a torch. Okay, now you can see in the middle one part of it is more transparent than the rest. So you can see the concentration of different chemicals that cause different colors, and also the inclusions. So their bandings are usually quite parallel to one another because it shows the different solution during its formation, like, it accumulates on different layers. So this piece is 38 grams, 38.43 to be exact, and it's F2615 for $38. Okay, remember it comes with a 5% cashback, so it's quite big. Just for scale, you can see the fluorite on my palm. It's actually quite big. You don't find big fluorites that often. Okay. And the last fluorite for today, which is this. This is the transparent one, the colorless fluorite. Okay. It looks a little bit grayish, probably due to the inclusions, but overall is colorless. Maybe you can see a little bit of green in some part of the bandings. On the phone, it's not that obvious, but in person, you can see a little bit of green somewhere. I think in this part, this termination, this point. Okay, I can see some purple as well, but it's very, very faint. Okay, you can see from here. See? So you can see the green, you can see a little bit of purple, but the rest, they're all transparent. They're colorless, sorry. And as you can see, it's not a perfect octahedral. It's perfectly common for minerals to be to have ununiform growth structure. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, colorless minerals, they are usually quite rare, especially for the ones like fluorites, like sapphires, because the colors are caused by trace elements. During the formation of the minerals, they tend to absorb the chemicals in their surroundings that creates the colorations. So to find clean environment is quite difficult for them. Okay, so this, my last piece, would be 28 grams, 28.33. You can comment F2613. Or I actually forgotten my banner. Okay, I apologize. So here you go. Here will be much easier for you. You can comment confirmed by F2613, $24. Colorless fluorite. And most fluorites, they fluoresce. Okay, fluoresce under UV light. Let me see. Okay, but I'm not going to show it here because last week I tried fluorescent minerals during the live show, and the UV light tends to be quite strong for the phone, so I'm not going to show it to you. Okay, you want to see? Buy this piece or buy any fluorites that I show. That's it for fluorites. Now, moving on to another mineral. If you're waiting for this piece, I'm going to show you later. Okay, so just be patient. So now I'm showing the Coco Pyrite. It's quite similar to the Pyrite in the background, but this piece, Coco Pyrite, is called that way because they have copper in it. Copper, iron, and sulfur. So they're actually quite similar to the Pyrite. Pyrite, which is an iron sulfide, iron and sulfur. So this one, they contain small copper. So thus they tend to be more brassy, more yellowish compared to the Pyrite. Okay, so this one is actually, the Coco Pyrite can be seen from both sides of the stone. This one would be, let me see. Okay, this piece will be, and they are really, really small crystal. Okay, so it's almost like Druzy crystal. And let's try to see with a loop. Very small. So some people like it because They're sparkly. As I said, they are an iron mineral. That's why they can reflect light very sharply. You can see. So these are all the Druzy chalcopyrite. From Austria, 13.51 grams. You can comment F2615 for, oops, is actually 28, not 38. Okay, it's 28. Okay, comment confirmed by F2615 for $28 for a double-sided chalcopyrite from Austria. Okay. The next chalcopyrite is this. I mean, the stones, they are, the matrix, they're actually cut quite nicely in a quite a squarish rectangular shape. So it makes it look like, you know, like cliffs, like crystals on a cliff looking down at the sea, or maybe tiny houses by the cliff. So, and the rocks, and this matrix, I'm not quite sure what rock it is. It's probably it's a hard rock. That's why they have to use saw to cut them off, diamond saw. And again, most of my chalcopyrites today, they are Druzy kinds. That means they're very, very small crystals that have the appearance of like glitters. Last week I've shown a chalcopyrite, a two-tone chalcopyrite, and it was sold. So I don't have a lot of two-tone chalcopyrite here, but I have a unique one later on. So let me show you. I'm just gonna save the best for last. So this one is a 22.51 grams. You can comment confirm by the code and the item, or code and price from Australia. F2616 for $20. The back is, you can see a little bit, but not as much as the previous one. So this is more like a brassy green color. My instructor always say this color is sad green. Green that is sad, so it doesn't show the vibrant green. So this is my third piece. You can see the color is much more vibrant, much more reddish, and it's also, you can see a little bit here too. The rock is much taller, and yeah, the color is much more reddish, orangey red, or reddish orange compared to the previous ones. Okay, I think this is much nicer, but it's same price, $20, 12.58 grams. You can comment confirm by F2617 from Austria. Austria don't really produce a lot of minerals, but well, generally Europe, not as much as other countries, Brazil, Africa, Russia. Okay, again, F2617 to confirm buy. Comes with a 5% cashback. For those who just joined, just gonna let you know again. Okay, my last chalcopyrite. This is the unusual one. Ta-da! Oh, it's not this. It's here. Look at this blue chalcopyrite. Look at this. Words cannot describe. Just admire the beauty. blue one. If you get this piece, you can get two colors at the same time. The blue and the back would be more green, a brassy green color. And here is more like a natural texture, like different levels. Some of them hiding at the edge by the corner. And this is the highlight. Look at that. So typically, Coco Pyrite, they are brassy color, brassy yellow, and they can come in different colors due to the mild exposure to mild acid. Acid is the one that makes them iridescent. Not just chalcopyrite, on any iron minerals, they can be iridescent when they're exposed to mild acid. It doesn't melt them completely, it just makes them rainbow color. Okay. So this one is 6.76 grams. You can comment and confirm by F2617 for $25. Free pickup at the museum, or you can ask us to deliver to your home for additional $5. And there's a 5% cashback for everything, for every purchase. You can use the cashback to accumulate for a future purchase, or you can use it immediately after your next purchase. Of course, if you buy low range products, it's best to accumulate, therefore you can have more cashbacks. So blue chalcopyrite for $25. Comment confirm buy. All right, so let me show you some clear crystals. Okay, not pyrite yet. I know I like pyrite because you can see, may I have to stop talking about this, it's not your showtime yet. So my next piece would be the celestite. Celestite tends to be quite popular among teenagers when they really believe that minerals have energies, but we're not going to do that here. We are more scientific, but of course it really depends on your personal belief. Okay, but blue in the in the kingdom of nature, blue is the rarest color somehow, and celestite is one of the blue minerals. The color, it looks like aquamarine. Okay, unfortunately, celestite, they are too soft, too fragile to be cut and polished. Therefore, they are not used as gemstones, although it's nice to collect. Okay, celestite, they usually form in sedimentary rocks such as limestones, gypsums. So usually when people who collect, who has celestite, you can always know that the matrix is always like falling off when you just rub it against your hand or whatever. So it will flake because they are limestone, they are gypsums, they are very, very soft. But usually it's recommended to just leave it there without touching them too much. But the crystals, they have very vitreous luster. They reflect light very sharply, although they are soft. Okay, it's almost like kind of oily luster. Have some few nice crystal termination over here. Some big one at the side. Okay, and you can just it stands like this. So the celestite, 87.48 grams from Madagascar. Can comment confirm by F2619 for $88. Blue mineral. If you started your collection, it's quite tempting to buy like a rainbow set of mineral, regardless the type. if you want to collect like a rainbow collection, I mean, blue color ones are, celestites are quite nice. It's big, it's chunky. F2619, $88. Nice crystal luster. Okay. So my next celestite would be this. This is not as blue as the previous one. They're less saturated, but it's more, the crystal is more druzy. That makes it has more crystals than the other. Let me focus. Okay. Celestite, they form in the orthorhombic crystal systems, and they can have quite a nice crystal shape, provided that they have a good environment to form. You can see here one large crystal, like Druzy. It's not as druzy as when you see it in person, but it's more, yeah, it's very transparent, to be honest. When you see in person, you can see all the way through the back of the crystal, and some crystal on the side. Again, probably limestone or gypsum. Yeah, it stands like this. So the celestite, 76.96 grams from Madagascar again. F2620 for $68. Okay, if you like this piece, just comment, confirm buy, collect it from us so we can have a chat, talk about minerals and gems, then we can be friends. Okay, $68 for this piece. So every time I handle celestite, I really have to clean my zoom box because it always flicks. Not flicks, I mean the sand just keep falling apart, the limestone. Okay, sorry about the sound. My third celestite is this. You can see, oof, this one, it shows a very vivid blue, a sky blue color. Okay, let me see. Okay, here is actually, okay, this crystal is very, very nice. You can see it's very transparent. I don't think you can see any inclusion inside. All you can see is the other side of the crystal. Okay, there's multiple crystals. The shape almost looks like a football. The orthorhombic crystal system. Again, the back. Wow, I think this color is the finest blue I've ever seen in the celestite. Okay, this piece is 91 grams, almost 92, from Madagascar. You can comment, confirm by F2621 for $98 plus a 5% cashback. Okay, free pickup at the museum, or we can deliver it to your home for additional $5. So I've noticed most of the crystal sellers, they don't have the pickup option. So this choice actually makes us quite unique. I mean, paying $5 for shipping, I mean, I don't like it. I mean, also as a consumer. So, I mean, it's good that we provide a self-pickup service. My last celestite for today is this. First impression, you can see a huge celestite crystal. This is one whole piece on the side. from the bottom, from the matrix all the way to the top. Here's another one, although it's not very well formed, probably broken, but this is the one. Let me try to focus. Okay, the saturation is good too. In person, it looks more grayish rather than vivid blue. I tend to be very honest about about when I'm doing my sales. Not sure whether it's a good thing, but yeah. Okay. This final celestite for today, 96 grams Madagascar, confirmed by F2622 for $88. Okay, again, they are, I mean, it's such a pity that they can't be made into gemstones because the color is quite subtle, very nicely saturated. Can imagine when it's become a gemstone with all the reflection and the sparkle, it will be a nice gem, to be honest. But now we can only appreciate them as a mineral. All right, the time has arrived to show one of my favorite gems. Oh no, not gems, favorite mineral, which is the Pyrites. All right, let me mute for a while when I clean. So if you're worrying about how to display them, we actually have acrylic platforms. Okay, for example, like if I put it under the mineral, you can see it makes it like a stand. It's a flat stand, but it actually can provide protection to your table, to your desk, without scratching your table. Okay, so this is the first pyrite of today. See, you can see yourself. Look at the mirror. Look at the camera through the pyrite. It's very reflective. Again, they are an iron mineral, and they can have a very metallic luster. Okay, and this is from Spain. Spain is one of the well-known countries that provide very well-formed pyrites, and this is one of them. So although they are not that expensive, they can be quite common in several countries, Peru, Bulgaria, but pyrite from Spain, what makes them unique is that they form individual cubes like this. Not very often you can find individual cubes in other countries. Maybe China, perhaps. Okay, you can see a little bit of damage, but that's fine. So whenever you handle individual pyrite like this from Spain, it's better not to hold the pyrite itself, hold the host rock, because we have a few cases where the pyrite just comes off from the matrix. Unless you glue it back together, I mean, it will not look the same. So but I mean, look at this. Like how? How did they actually form like this? Well, there's a scientific explanation to it, but it's more like the ionization of the environment that causes them to form pyrite, and individually is something that I can't really explain. It's more like geology rather than gemology. Okay, so the first of my pyrite is 57.44 grams from Spain, Navajun, Spain. Navajun is the locality in Spain where they produce the pyrite. Can comment F2607 for $78. I personally like cubic crystal system, the minerals like garnet, pyrite, spinel, and not much of a spinel, but maybe spinel. I want to get rough diamond, but it's really expensive. Sidetrack a little bit. Okay, so this piece from Spain, my first. Okay, if you like an individual piece of pyrite, you can get it here. And pyrite, they are not used. They're not very often used as jewelries. I've seen a few cases where they polish the pyrite into like cabochons and make into men's ring. But I think just leave it as it is because this is what makes them unique. You know, very sharp edges, very well formed crystal habit. This is my first piece. I'm just gonna put it here. Okay, since you're on display, you're on TV all the time. Not sure whether you can see it. Maybe you can zoom it a little bit. Okay, my next piece from the same location. Okay, this is much more of a cube rather than the rectangular one at the back. Okay, so this looks like a perfect cube, I think. Maybe just millimeters in difference from the length of the sides. Again, these are mostly sedimentary rocks, so they can um, become sands as well. But they're not that soft, not as the celestite, not like the limestone. And yeah, sitting on top of the hill on the rock. This. Okay, if you're wondering, iron is pyrite is iron mineral, but they do not rust. I mean, do not rust. They may rust in a very, very long time. Okay, so they can maintain their shiny luster for a long, long time. And if they do, maybe you can just try something to remove the rust. Okay, and they are not polished. They are not cut. They are not cut into this shape. They all form naturally on the matrix. This is slightly smaller than the previous one, 26.79 grams from Spain, same locality. Can come in F2608 for $78. Okay, very nice piece. I'm actually gonna get one myself. Okay, the third pyrite for the day is a double pyrite. Okay, so here is some deformed surface, but still it has quite a flat surface if you look here. Yep. And then probably some etchings as well. Probably not. I really have to learn a lot more about minerals. But yeah. So these are all not repaired, not reconstructed. So they all just found like this, not cut, not polished, just like that. Okay, again, if you have pyrite, do not hold it by the pyrite because it might come off. And here, this is one of the face of the pyrite before it was removed. You can see a very flat surface. You can see the square. So if you get this piece, you might get a 2.5. So this is the half, just the square part of the rock. So you have two pyrites here. So this is 52 grams, pyrite from Spain, confirmed by F2609 for $98, plus a 5% cashback. Side view. It's actually quite cool when you see, like a tesseract. Okay, the last of the day, not the last of the day, the last pyrite of the day. Another double pyrite on matrix. One big, one small. Most of our pyrite just stands like this. Can sit quite well. Yep, very nice luster. And pyrite used to be an iron ore back in the days. They used to be melted. They used to extract the iron from the pyrite itself to make metals, to make iron, like iron beams for constructions. But not anymore. Due to the sulfur in it, it makes it much difficult. It doesn't have, I mean, once they're extracted, it doesn't produce pure iron, unlike any other minerals, iron minerals, for example, hematite, magnetite. These are all iron minerals that is now the major iron ore. It's almost like a sculpture. This piece, 32 grams, pyrite from Spain. Command F, 2610 for $78. I would say this would be a steal. $78 for 2. This one sits just at the edge of the matrix. It's like, don't come any closer, I will jump. Well, you can tell stories about minerals. Okay. If you're interested, if you're considering, just you can comment. I mean, you can comment on the post after, or you can just send us a message in Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, or whichever platform you prefer. Okay. Again, all purchase comes with a 5% cashback, free pickup. Okay. So if you're looking for big stuff, okay, I have 3 big pieces here. Okay, the first one, the first big piece I'm going to show you is this. Let me take this off. I need more space. Look at this. This is as big as my hand. And this is Apophyllite, if I pronounce it correctly. Apophyllite. Apophyllite tends to be colorless, but they can have other colors too. Most desirable to be green. Okay. Because they are colorless, it's quite hard to focus on my camera too. Okay. Apophyllite on matrix. Usually they form in basalt. Hard basalt, igneous rock. And if you look from the side, I think from the side only then you can see the crystals coming out from the matrix. Here. Oops. Not very wise. Really, it's very hard to focus in a colorless stone. The largest crystal from my eyes is this one. All you see is the background. Yeah, this is the largest crystal. Let me get some like reflection of it. And they form in the monoclinic crystal system. And this one looks like a roof of a house. Like this. Okay, so for the back of this matrix, I'm not quite sure what mineral it is. When you look under the loop, they are like tiny dots. Oh, I can't really tell what it is. But this whole piece, it looks like a really aesthetic piece. really aesthetic. We can give you a stand, like a metal stand, to put this apophyllite like this, like leaning against the stand. So it will come as a free gift. If you like this piece, right, you can comment, confirm buy. Apophyllite. Again, this is not used as a gemstone. So I only know this mineral once I enter the museum. And really, the mineral kingdom, there's so many types of minerals to discover. From India, 244 grams. Can comment, confirm by F2623 for just $58. Really aesthetic. Actually, the back of this matrix of the crystals, they are a little bit pinkish, I would say. Very desaturated pink. And the crystals are colorless. You can see some other small crystals over here, here, from here. This is more orangey. You can see. Okay. From India, F2623, just $58 for a nice big piece of apophyllite. I like to pronounce this name, apophyllite, like prophet. Okay. The next piece. Okay, all of my last few pieces are big, so just barely fits into my camera. So this is more like a green apophyllite. There's some banding in this huge crystal right here. The green color, like I mentioned, they can be very desirable if they are, all of them, they are green and very saturated as well. Okay, from afar, you can see very large crystals. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 large crystals. This one as well on the side. Apophyllite, they are a silicate. They have cleavages. They can be quite soft, but they are usually associated with stilbite, another mineral that is commonly found with apophyllite. This one big piece, again, this is actually quite aesthetic, especially when you can see the very nice crystal faces of the crystal. Let me try to focus. So these are the stilbites, the orange color ones. Very nice piece. And this one, apophyllite with stilbite from India, again, almost 300 grams. It's actually quite huge. And just comment confirm buy F2624 for also merely $68, not even $100 on this one big piece. So again, for bigger pieces, we might provide a stand as long as they fit onto the stand. It's a metal stand, so they can lean on the stand to display. So it will be a very nice piece to display, this one. Okay. So if you have any questions, just comment below, or if you want to see the minerals that are shown earlier again, you can just let me know too. So moving on to my last piece of the day. My last piece of the day. It will be a pinkish orange stilbite, a cluster of them. Let me focus. Okay, there you go. You can see a colorless apophyllite right in the middle. This is the crystal apophyllite. And the rest, they are all stilbite. And stilbite, as I noticed, they tend to have this pearly luster. You can see this one right here. Very pearly. Quite uncommon to have other minerals apart from pearls to have a pearly luster. Look at this again. Right, it's pinkish, and stilbite, they tend to form like a fibrous mineral, and their most common shape is the bow tie. A very nice bow tie shape, but most of them the other side, they are hidden underneath. Okay, as I was inspecting this piece, I noticed something else. Okay, just to let you know, this is oh no, let's not talk about the price first. As I noticed, apart from the small colorless apophyllite in the middle, there's another thing. Let me try to find it. Okay, look at that. So there are multiple cubic fluorites. That's my guess. It could be a fluorite, a yellow fluorite around the stilbite. Very cute cubic fluorite. And where else? Let me see. Here too. Okay, is it this one? Here. It could be. I can't be certain. The reason why I say it's a fluorite is look at here. The yellow one. The reason why I say it's fluorite is because of this. See? All the little cubes, they fluoresce. So that's what makes me think they are fluorites. Very, very nice piece. This is the best one, I think. Yeah. The entire piece is very nice. It's almost like a rose, like the petals of the flower, and it's pink, very delicate pastel pink. One small crystal in the middle. And do you believe it is less than $50? You can get 3 minerals in one: stilbite, apophyllite, and miniature fluorites, yellow fluorites. 133.5 grams from India. You can comment confirm by F2625 for just $48. Okay. Right, some of the highlights of the day: stilbite with apophyllite and fluorites, pyrite, a colorless fluorite. There's some blue chalcopyrite. Let me step back a little bit. A blue chalcopyrite. And let's see. Very nice blue, a vivid blue celestite. Okay. If you like any of these pieces, just comment before I end the show, or you can rewatch or just share it to your friends. Okay. And last but not least, I'm just gonna tell everyone that we will be at the Singapore International Jewelry Expo coming Thursday, which is 2 days from now, up to Sunday. So we will be closed. The museum will be closed on Tuesday and Friday, but we will be open on Saturday. And yeah, if you planning to go to the SIJE in Marina Bay Sands. You can visit us at booth G01, and you can see many more stuff: minerals, gemstones, jewelries. But it will be quite amazing expo. I believe it's one of the significant expo in jewelries and gemstones. You can see a lot of well-known vendors, brands, gemstones, basically. Yeah. Okay. So do remember, you can register yourself on their website, SIJE. Just Google search SIJE, and then it's a free admission. But just bring along with your ID for verification purposes. Okay. I'll see you there. I'll see you at the museum, or see you at the shop, wherever you want to be. And good day. Have a great lunch, or have a good day ahead. Thank you all. Bye bye.